A landmark court ruling in Trinidad and Tobago regarding online defamation, and in sport, English County, Hampshire record first victory of the Regional Super 50. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, February 6th, 2018. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Oh, wow, that was quick. Oh, there's got to be a big boy right in here, man. There's got to be a big boy. That's a decent fish right there.
Do you feel the sense of urgency to catch a big Larry right now? I do. Are you a betting man? Well, guess what? I am. And Steve Cardillo just bet me $200 that I couldn't catch a bass in the next 3 casts. Steve, that's a bad bet.
Let's cast one. It ain't happening.
A landmark court ruling has made it illegal for anyone in Trinidad and Tobago to make defamatory statements on social media, and a woman who defamed a family on Facebook has been ordered to pay for her libelous post. The judgment was handed down by Justice Frank C. Prasad yesterday in a case brought by the defamed family. CNC3's Ria Rambali reports.
The matter Justice C. Prasad found is that the words posted by the defendant Janelle Burke were reckless and scandalous. According to court documents, Burke published posts stating that the family was engaged in incestuous, adulterous and child prostitution activities. The posts led to interventions from the Children's Authority and school authorities, who cleared the family of the allegations. But the public humiliation remained. In August 2016, the family sought redress before the courts and turned to Glenn Bagwan Singh. The attorney admits he was skeptical to take the case.
Initially, I was a bit hesitant, knowing that there are no laws and it was a big risk. You're going to court, you have no idea what is going to happen. But I know the clients had been defamed and they were under some distress and there were no other remedies available to them.
With current libel and defamation laws written in the 1840s, they exclude the use of social media. The judge found that the holder of a social media account must be held responsible for what is published under their name. Justice C. Prasad also made 2 other salient points.
That someone who posts up material on Facebook would now be considered the same standards as a journalist.
In the Bahamas, more than 100 residents have filed a class action lawsuit against the government, claiming their health and the enjoyment of their homes have been impacted by fires and hazardous smoke from the New Providence landfill for years. The residents of Jubilee Gardens, in a writ dated February 2, are suing the government and Renew Bahamas for breaching their respective duties to ensure that adequate measures were taken to manage the landfill and prevent the fires. The smoke from the landfill has also forced 2 schools in the area to close their doors. We get more in the ZNS Network News report.
All of the initial indicators were there that something out of the ordinary was taking place. In addition to children from H.O. Nash Junior High School leaving their school premises, St. John's College security guard Sean Newbold was outfitted with more than just his normal uniform. He had on a safety mask.
I wonder what's going on. When I came here this morning, all there was like smoky up and everything like that, fog up and everything like that.
Upon arrival, Principal of St. John's, Dr. Neveline Evans, says she too was faced with the overwhelming smell of smoke, and that's what she says prompted members of the Anglican Board Authority to cancel classes for the day.
The campus was just shrouded, engulfed with smoke. you could not see. If you put your hand, if you went to the back in the front of the school, if you put your hand up in front of you, you just couldn't see it. And therefore, what I did was I took some photos and I sent it to the Director of Education so that she could see what the campus looked like. And we consulted with the school's nurse, herself, myself, and the final decision was to halt classes for the day.
By late Monday morning, the smoke had dissipated. However, the classrooms were still being aired out.
What I want everybody to understand is the safety of our children. That is paramount. There are
Guyana Goldfields Incorporated, GGI, says it's going ahead with plans for a $120 million underground mining project. The project will be the first of its kind in the region and could come on stream as early as 2022. GGI Chief Executive Officer Scott Cadwell told local media that within 1 month the company would know the outcome of a risk analysis that was recently completed. He said the company has paid $26.5 million in royalties since it began operations in 2015, and it wants to become the premier underground gold miner in Guyana and South America. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next.
What I've got, you put nothing in this pot. Real. Cover up the scars on your heart. Watched you as I fell apart.
Last name farmer, someone see it's been the problem. Child support. Double when the cake grow. Make it out the whole seed.
No ring no more. All they want is a cookie, no X, no. I ain't gonna put you on the gram exposed.
English County, Hampshire eked out a tense 4-run win over combined campuses and colleges in a low-scoring contest on the lights yesterday to snatch their first victory of the regional Super 50. In what was a seesaw contest at Kensington Oval, Hampshire only just managed to defend a paltry 152, dismissing Marooners with only 4 overs left in what eventually became a test of nerves. They seemed to have the upper hand when they reduced Marooners to 124-9 in the 37th over, but number 9 Karen Cotty struck an unbeaten 30 of 56 balls and anchored a crucial 28-run last wicket stand with Jermaine Levy to nearly steal victory. Now with just 5 runs needed for a win, off spinner Joe Weatherly trapped LBW to settle the affair and hand Hampshire their first win of the tournament in 3 outings. Vikash Mohan had earlier top scored with 40 of 78 deliveries with 4 fours, but was the only one among the top order to show enterprise as Pacer Bradley wheels 3 for 39, 20-year-old Seamer Asher Hart's 2 for 34, and former West Indies speedster Fidel Edwards 2 for 36 crippled the innings. Test opener Keaton Jennings warmed up for the Test series against West Indies A with an unbeaten 100, but England Lions batsmen struggled on the opening day of the 3-day tour match against Jamaica 11 yesterday. The left-hander skipper on the touring side struck 129 not out as Lions declared their first innings on 263 for 8 after they were sent in. Alex Davies, batting at number 8, gathered a breezy 53 to rally the lower order. Fast bowler Renard Leverage, leg spinner Damian Jacobs, and off spinner Jamie Berchant all finished with 2 wickets apiece. And that's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.